Hi, good afternoon. So we are back with sessions with Sally, and I'm hoping that you're all joining in, and I'm hoping that you enjoy the sessions. So what we're going to do today, the first session, is going to be beginner's toning. So basically this is going to be something that most of you should be able to manage. You don't need any equipment. You can do these at home. I'll give you ideas that you can use with things that are already in your home that you can improvise to help you with the sessions. So what I do with my toning work when I'm working with people at home is use body weight, because we've always got our body, so we can always use the body weight to make the exercise into strengthening, toning work that we're going to be doing. So I'm going to do a little bit all over. I'm going to do a little bit for the legs, a little bit for the abs, and a little bit for the upper body. So splitting it into 3 different areas. So remember, it's strengthening and toning. So this is to tone your muscles, strengthen the muscles that support your joints, your big joints of your body. Really nice when you to be able to tone these muscles as well. So you'll get a little bit of everything in this session. So what's really important is that when we are working with weight-bearing exercise, is that we use good technique. We've got good posture, good technique will help you to get quicker results with what you're doing, and it will also reduce your risk of injury. So that's why it's very, very important to work with good technique all the time. And I'll talk about technique as we're working with the exercises today. What I suggest you do with the lunges, which is what we're going to start with, is to work in front of the mirror initially. So you work in front of the mirror and you'll be able to see that your back's nice and straight, your head up, and it will give you a better idea that you're working with good technique with this exercise. So we're going to do lunges first. We're going to do these with a different count. You'll see what I mean once we get started. I want you to start with your back nice and straight, your head is up, hands on your hips, or if you want to put your hands low or on your waist on your hips, whatever feels comfortable. But I suggest that you don't have your arms just hanging down at the side. It's better to fix your arms somewhere because it keeps your posture better, keeps your back straight. So we're going to step forward with the right leg and step back. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, keep your back straight. 5, 6, 7, 8. We're going to do 2 on one leg. I'm just going to show you these also from the side while we're working. So making sure that your foot goes forward and your knee stays in line with your ankles. So that's going to be 1, 2 on your right leg, and 1, 2 on your left leg. Then we're going to go for 4. That's 4, 3, 2, 1, and change legs. 4, 3, 2, 1. And then I'm going to go for 8 on this leg. That's 8, 7. This just fatigues the muscle a little bit further when you do more reps on one leg. So I'm going to do 4 more. 3, 2, 1, and then I'm going to change for 8, 7, 6, 5, and 4 more. That's 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm now going back to 4 on the right leg, so scaling down. 3, 2, 1, and change. 4, 3, 2, 1, and then I'm going to go for 2. That's 1, 2, and the other leg for 2. 1, 2, and then I'm going back to 8 alternatives to finish. So that's 8, 7, 6, 5. Last 4. 4 more. 3, 2, 1, and take a rest. So 8 alternate singles, 2 on the right, 2 on the left, 4 right, 4 left, 8, 8, 4, 4, 2, 2, on alternate singles. Now, if that feels too much for you, if it's the first time that you've done this work, then you could just do 8 alternate singles, 2 and up to 4, and then back down to 2 and 8. So basically, with all the strengthening work that we do, we try to work to something called muscle fatigue. So all that means is you're working the muscle to a point where you can really feel that you've worked it, and it's just enough for you to feel that you've worked the muscle and you can't do many more. That's muscle fatigue. And that's the way that we effectively work the muscle to then strengthen and tone. So we've been touching on squats, to do squats which are to strengthen your bottom and the backs of your legs. Also these work the tops of your legs as well. I'm going to do something a little bit different with your squats today. Another little different pattern for you to work with. So we're going to start with the legs wide. I'm going to start with 10 squats in the middle. Make sure with your squats, as you probably, if you've been joining with the videos, with your squats, you're pushing all your weight back into your heels. So these are wide squats. When you're doing a wide squat, what I want you to try not to do is lean forward as you go down. So you're sitting down and lifting up, but you keep your head up and you keep your chest facing forward with your squat. So we're going to do 10 wide. So that's 1, 2, and squeeze to the top. That's squeezing your bottom. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So chest up, back straight. 9, 10, and then I'm going to do 10 with the feet hip distance apart, so the distance of your hip bones. That's 1, pushing right back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then I'm going to do 10 squat and lift your outside leg. So this also works your outer thighs. So that's 1, 2, squat in the middle, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 wide, 10 narrow, 10 squat lift. We're going to do one more set of those. We're going to do these facing this way to give you a better idea of how it should look from the side. So that's wide squats first. 1, 2, chest up, head up. 3, 4, big squeeze of your bottom on the way up. 5, big squeeze. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then narrow, so that's hip distance apart with your feet, same distance with your hip bones. 1, 2, 3, squeeze. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then squat lift to the side. So that's 1, 2, squat in the middle. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 wide squats, 10 narrow, 10 squat, and lift your outside leg. I've done 2 sets today. You can do 1 set if you want to. If you want to keep it nice and easy and you're a complete beginner, you can do 2 sets as we did today, or you can add a 3rd set on and do 3 sets. The main thing is that you work to your own level, so work to the level that feels right for you, but to make it effective and make it efficient, you need to work the muscles to the point that you can feel you work them and you've just done enough. That's where you need to pitch yourself in. So that's leg work to start with, working the fronts of the legs, the backs and the bottom and the outer thighs. We're now going to go into some upper body, and in the next video, so these videos will be joined on, so if you do this video you should find that the next video after this one will give you a beginner's level cool down stretch. So we're going to be in the next video stretching out all the muscles that we've worked today on the toning work. So here's an exercise that I would give people to do at home, or sometimes I do this myself. Again, it's body weight, so you don't need any equipment at all. The press ups are very, very effective strengthening exercise for your chest, your upper back and your arms. I'm going to give you two different levels, so an easier level and then a slightly harder one for those that want it. And then what I would ask you to do is the easy level would be 2 to 3 sets of 5, and then if you want to work it harder you can do a set of 10 or a set of 15. 3 sets in total if you can. That's working to your own level, so if you can just do 1 set or 2, that's absolutely fine. So your first level press up, hands are under your shoulders and then out to the sides, knees are under the hips. And your first level, we're just going to go straight down in the middle, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and take a rest. So when you're resting, make sure that you come off your arms completely, give them a shake out, complete rest between sets, that's with all levels, off your arms completely. You breathe in, ideally should be in through your nose as you go down, out through your mouth as you come up, and that helps you with the exercise quite a lot to breathe correctly. Here's another set at the first level. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Take a rest, come off the arms, shake them out completely. So that's your easy level. I'm now going to show you a slightly harder level. I'm going to up my reps, so you can up them to 10, or you could, if you wanted to, up them to 15. So the harder level, you make it more weight bearing, and the way you do that is taking the legs further back, so take the knees further back, and also the option to cross the feet at the ankles. And by taking the from the knee to the foot off the floor, this makes it a more weight bearing position. So you've got your arms the same position, and it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We take a rest, we come off the arms completely. So the harder level, feet cross at the ankles, the legs come off the floor at the bottom, and that's making it more weight bearing. You can build yourself up to the hard work. So it's all about just finding the level that you are now, maybe do a couple of weeks at the lower level, and then building it up. I'm going to do one more set at the hard level, and don't forget to breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and take a rest. So that would be 2 to 3 sets of 5, 10 or 15 in each set, rest in between sets at either the easier level or the harder level. Now for the next exercise, this is another upper body strengthening exercise. I'm going to bring this step forward and use the step, but at home you could use the bottom step of the stairs if you've got them, or you could use a chair. If you're going to use a chair, put it against the wall so it doesn't slip away while you're doing the exercises. And this is quite solid, quite sturdy, but sometimes if you use a chair when you're doing the tricep dips, the chair can slide away, so put the back of the chair against the wall. You could use the edge of your bed, so there's just so many things if you look around your house that you can use to do these tricep dips. So nice and simple. Here's your easier level. You've got your feet quite close, your hands are on the edge of your chair or your step, whatever you're using. I'm just going to do a set of 5. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and take a rest. This is a tricep dip. This is upper body strength, but very good to work the backs of your arms. And again, we're using our body weight, so the body weight all the time to make these into strengthening and toning exercises. Another set easy. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and take a rest. Shake out your arms. And then to make it harder, it's a bit similar as the press-ups. To make it more weight bearing, we take the legs further away. The further away you go with your legs, the harder it's going to be, and then obviously you've also got the option to up your reps. So I'm going to do a set of 10, and this time I'm going to take my legs further away, so this is going to be harder, and it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and take a rest, shake out your arms, take a breather. So harder level, legs further away. I'm going to do one more set of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and release. Harder still, if you wanted to, as you progress more, you could do 3 sets of 15 reps, and to make it even harder, you could do it with one leg up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and that is a lot harder. So you've got all these different options to work at an easier level to make it harder if you want to. So that's your arms. So the press ups is for your upper body, your chest, your upper back, and your arms front and back. It's very, very effective for all of those muscles. And your tricep dips, which is more specific for the backs of the arms, where I get a lot of people, particularly women, that will ask me for exercises for the backs of the arms. So that's really an efficient exercise for those. And then we're going to do some work for the abs. So the abs, abdominals, working the lower, working the upper. The sit up, a lot of people think that you should go all the way up and all the way down for the sit up. That's not the way I would work initially, particularly to get people into doing that work effectively, working the right muscles and not engaging muscles that we don't want to engage. I would always do a half sit up. So I'm on my back, I've got my knees bent, and then I'm going to breathe out on the way up through the mouth, in on the way down through the nose. We're going to work in sets again. You can even slide your hands up and down your legs. That's the easiest level. Across your chest is a bit harder, and hands to the side of the head is harder still. So let's start with the easy level, breathing out on the way up, in on the way down. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and take a rest. That's the easier level. Hands across your chest, a little bit harder, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and harder still, hands at the side of the head, elbows back. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's the different positions with your arms, sliding up and down your legs, hands across your chest, hands to the side of the head. But in general, I'd probably get you to do a few more reps. So let's go for a set of 10 if you can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and rest. If you're a complete beginner, you'll probably be able to manage between 5 and 10 reps and maybe do 2 to 3 sets. If you're more advanced and you already do abdominal work, or your abdominals are reasonably strong, then you'll probably be able to do somewhere between 20 and 50 reps. But there's an even harder level for those that are already at that point. What you could do is you could work with your legs up. So this is going back to what we did with the press-ups and the tricep dips. If you start to add more body weight, which we're going to do by lifting the legs up, it makes it a harder move. So I'm going to do a set of 10 with my legs up. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and release. And what's really important about the legs up is that you're engaging your core muscles more, so you get a bit of an extra workout into your lower abs as well as your upper abs. So that's either legs down or legs up, 2 to 3 sets of sit-ups if you can. And we're going to do some crossovers, and this works the waist. So we've got the legs down, I'm going to do 10 of these, cross, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, cross, 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10 and release. So these are quite a lot harder to do because you're engaging more muscles, so you will feel these. So these work the abs and they work the waist, which is why they're harder to do. So if you want to, you can just do a set of 5 of those and build yourself up. Harder level, harder still would be, like we did with the sit-ups, would be to work with the legs up in the tabletop leg position. Makes them a lot harder. So tabletop legs, tabletop just means that the knees hover over the hips and your feet point forward. So here's your harder level, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6, cross, 7 and 8 and 9 and 10 and release. And you will find that the crossovers are a lot harder to do. So again, we're still working with the same element as where we are working to the point of fatigue, working to the point where you can't do them anymore, is to work your muscles to the most effective way. So, back to toning. What I would aim to do with the strengthening works, that's all the exercises that we've done today. In an ideal world, you would do them 3 times a week with a rest day in between. So 3 times a week, 1 day on, 1 day off. You could either do the whole lot together, so the 25-minute strengthening video together. You could do that Monday, Wednesday, Friday for an example. Or you could split up your muscle groups. So you could just do all your upper body one day, that's your press-ups and your tricep dips. Another day you could do your lunges and your squats, that's your lower body, legs and bottom, and your abs. So you could do your muscles that way if you wanted to. So what I would generally probably do is I'd probably do the legs one day, and then I'd do the abs and the upper body another day. But what's most important is whatever muscle group you have worked, you rest that muscle group the next day. So if you do your legs on Monday and your upper body on Monday, you rest that muscle group on Tuesday, but you could do your abs. To do the muscles, the toning work, 3 times a week is going to give you the best effect to strengthen and to tone the muscles. Once a week is not really, it's better than not doing them at all. But ideally, if you want to see results and you really want to make a difference, then you've got to be looking at doing these exercises 3 times a week. So the next video will be about stretching. So what's really important is that when you work these muscles, that you stretch them out. So in the next video, I hope you join me. It's just a very simple cool down, stroke, a little bit of developmental stretching, and that will be the next video to follow on for the strength. Any questions you have, anything you want me to do, anything you want me to add, questions or comments, either positive or negative, I'm quite happy to get that feedback from you, and then I'll know what you're enjoying, what you want to do, what you might want to work on. So hopefully I'll see you soon for the stretch video, and thank you very much for your time.